Dust collection's a challenge for most woodworking tools, but for lathe it presents some additional challenges because where you're collecting dust from moves. And in addition, this is my mini lathe. It's a teaching lathe, and it moves around the shop a little bit. So I'm trying to figure out how to put something on here that would be adjustable, flexible, adaptable, versatile, you know, all those kinds of things. So I got this posable hose kit from Record Power, and it comes with these adjustable, I forget what they call these things, but in any case, it comes in two parts. It's got to be slipped together, and it's got this nice nozzle that I think will be great for a lot of small projects. And then it's got this adapter that fits on a typical shop vac, but I'm going to have to figure out how to adapt it to the hose I've got. So we're going to start with, we're going to bring these two units together, and they don't fit this way, they fit this way. And the trick is you got to get them perfectly lined up, as I understand. Knuckles, I think they call them. And the company that actually fabricates these things are made in the U.S. They make a lot of industrial flexible hoses for coolants and so on. All right, so I'm going to push it straight in. And there it goes. Now I've got a hose that can adapt, and this goes on the end. So here's how we're going to fasten that together. Put it on a flat surface, get that knuckle lined up perpendicular to it, press straight in, and there we go. Now we have this posable hose that I can adapt to different situations on this lathe. All I've got to do is figure out how to actually attach it to the lathe. That's what we're going to do next. And that's what we're going to do next. Now I have a hose that's larger than a typical shop vac hose, but it will fit inside here, and I'll be able to tie these two together. The challenge that I'm facing is how do I mount it on the lathe? So that's what I'm going to show you today. So I go to the back of my mini lathe, and I've got this little gap down here that's about 3/16 of an inch, and I thought, what if I get some type of wide board that'll fit under here? The lathe will hold it down, almost a friction fit, and then I could attach whatever's going to hold that posable hose to that. So that's what I thought. So I looked around my shop for a piece of fairly wide, thin board that would easily slide under there with a very snug fit. And after trying various pieces of plywood which were too thick, I found this piece of old paneling that just fits snugly. So I'm going to trim it up. I've got my Camvac in place with my existing 4-inch sewer and drain, and I've got a connection there on the left going to the bandsaw. The one in the middle is going to go to my posable hose for this mini lathe, and the one in the middle goes to my table saw, and the one on the right extends on down the shot to my oscillating spindle sander and my router table. So as it comes up, I have a Y branching off that brings a shorter flex hose to my router table, which is connected to a 2-inch, 2.5-inch port, which certainly chokes off the efficiency. I think the Camvac is going to be much more efficient for removing chips on the router table. Then down below that, I extend the pipe a little bit further before I have a Y, and that comes up to a blast gate to my rigid oscillating spindle sander. And of course in the back of it, it's only got a 2-inch port, so I believe it's going to be much more efficient with the Camvac. So I trim up a piece of this paneling on my table saw. my thought was to get a board long enough where where the posable hose is going to go is going to be exactly centered on the middle of the lathe center, which is just approximately 14.5 inches. And I measured this. I just traced around it, and it's 2 15/16 of an inch. And I'm going to cut that out, probably not on a bandsaw, it's too hard to get that radius, but on a scroll saw. And then I'm going to, probably cut this out on a table saw, or the bandsaw probably, because I want a profile kind of shaped like that. So I'm going to cut in like this with a scroll saw, cut this circle. Probably go back to then I'm going to drill a large hole right here. Then I'm going to go back to the bandsaw, and I'm going to cut a slot all the way down through the middle, fairly wide, so it's got some movement. So if I squeeze this in, it'll pinch in on the hose. And then I'm going to use 1/4 inch bolt assembly to pull that pinch. I'm going to use a 1/4 inch bolt to pinch that assembly together after I drill a through hole down through here. So let's see how then the bottom of this is going to be fastened to that piece of paneling that I cut. So let's get to it. So now I drill a 3/8 inch hole right here. Nothing magic about 3/8. I just think that'll be enough. Now I drill a hole through for the clamp screw. And now I cut the slot to
lock
widen
line
the clamp
through
design.
Amazon and other.
I glued a couple of 45-degree gussets on the back side to help support the upright, and used a little piece of closed cell, 16th inch closed cell foam in order to compensate for my poor scroll saw cutting on this circle, but that did it. And you can see the screw that clamps it tight. Now I want to demonstrate the effectiveness of using this sanding lubricant to reduce the dust. Same speed, same test, everything's same. Alright, let's turn on the 2 motors. Okay, that did a pretty good job with 1 motor on, did a great job with 2 motors on. With 1 motor, there was some sand dust landing on the lathe bed, virtually none with the 2 motors on, but I think I can do better on the adjustment of the hood. I think it's about 1 inch too high, so I think it's missing the best collection of dust. So let me make an alteration to that. With the adjustment now on the stand that holds the posable hose, I feel like I've got a little more flexibility just by lowering it 3/4 of an inch. Now I can easily tilt this downward. If the dust looks like it will collect better with it pointed downward, I can slide this forward, slide this back, tighten the screw to hold it. And now I have the flexibility to, depending on the project, to lift it up or move it down. Okay, I had to put a little duct tape to keep that hose on, and I've got a lot of work to go back and reseal or seal for the first time all of the joints on my entire dust collection system, because I know I'm getting a little bit of leakage. Okay, that was a limited look at my modified dust collection system on my PM2014 2014 with my Camvac and new posable hose and hood. I primarily use this for teaching and for smaller spindle work, and I'm going to appreciate the improved dust collection. You can buy the Camvac and the posable hood and adjustable pipe here from the Woodturning store in New York. I'll have a link to the Woodturning store in the description area of this video, and as an affiliate marketer I get a small commission. What was especially interesting to me in this exercise was being able to visibly see the movement of the dust and to see the improvement of using a sanding lubricant, how it would reduce the fine dust. Your comments are important to me. I'd appreciate you leaving a comment on the one big takeaway you got out of this video. And remember, y'all stay safe. Come on back, you hear?